Please subscribe and you can download this code from description below. Title: Initialize a string variable in Python, or none. Introduction. When initializing a string variable in Python, you have two common choices: you can assign an empty string or none to the variable. Both approaches have their use cases, and the choice depends on the specific requirements of your program. In this tutorial, we will explore when to use each of these options and provide code examples to illustrate their differences. Option 1. Initialize with an empty string. Initializing a string variable with an empty string is a straightforward way to create a string variable with no content. This is often used when you want to indicate that the variable exists but doesn't hold any meaningful data. Use cases for initializing with an empty string. Option 2. Initialize with none. Initializing a string variable with none signifies that the variable has no value or is undefined. This approach is useful when you need to distinguish between a variable that is empty and one that has not been set yet. Use cases for initializing with none. Code examples. Let's look at some code examples to better understand the differences between initializing with an empty string and none. Example 1, initializing with an empty string. Output. Example 2, initializing with none. Output. Conclusion. In Python, you can initialize a string variable with either an empty string or none, depending on your program's requirements. Use an empty string when you want to represent an empty string value explicitly, and use none when you need to indicate that the variable is undefined or has no value. Understanding the distinction between these two options will help you write more clear and maintainable code. ChatGPT.